The AI waypoint, there are two options. You can either choose, you either have waypoint or you have pathfinding. So one is going to be a grid-based system, one is going to be a brush. You're going to put nodes in the scene, and that's going to be the options where they choose to walk or not walk, and whether or not they can go from one spot to the other. If you have waypoint added, then that means that you're just going to say that there is no pathing, but then you're going to say how does it work. You can either go back and forth on your waypoints, you can loop around so you constantly make a patrol style system. You can pick random points, none, and then you can also do it once. You may want a player in more of a cinematic thing that just goes to the end of a spot and stops. The start ID, when you put in a waypoint, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you may choose 5, and that's where you want them to start from. And then from there, based on your mode, it'll go accordingly after. Alright. For the player to go into a run state for the waypoints, you have to say how far from one waypoint to the other before they'll transition into that animation state. And again, this is just saying 2 tiles away. If you know that most of the stuff is further, but you want the player to still kind of walk for the most part, then you could take this up to maybe like 30 to 50 and have it where they most of the time walk until it gets to a really far point. Sometimes it can be a little bit jarring if you just use that like all the time. If you use a really low number, because it'll just be a very quick walk straight to a run. So just kind of be careful. Notice, be sure you're noticing on the animations that they play right and they look right if you use this as a shorter distance.